Freestyle music is a form of electronic music made popular in New York in the early 80s by Hispanic and Italian American youth in response to not having danceable music after the decline of disco. In the early 1980s, as disco's popularity declined in the mainstream, so did the radio stations' desire to play it. The radio stations, opting to play more mainstream pop, rock, and R&B to bolster their ratings, left their mainly Hispanic and Italian American fan base who was used to dance music out in the cold. Hip-hop was beginning to make a name for itself on the streets of New York, so the disenfranchised Hispanic demographic gravitated towards this style of music, especially after Africa Bambaataa released Planet Rock, which effectively started the breakdancing movement in New York City. Now, if you add a Latin rhythm beat and a syncopated drum machine to that electro-funk sound, what you get is 1983's Let the Music Play by Shannon, which is credited as Freestyle's first hit. The new sound made tastemakers in Manhattan take notice. They were picking up on freestyle music, and while local disco clubs were closing, clubs in Manhattan like the Underground, the Palladium, Roseland Ballroom, the Tunnel, and Webster Hall were flourishing because of freestyle music. Freestyle music opened up a lot of opportunities for Hispanic Americans, as most of the original freestyle artists come from Puerto Rican backgrounds. Freestyle music picked up enough momentum to become a pop crossover vehicle. You have Lisa Lisa and Cult Jam, Coro, Lizette Melendez, the Latin Rascals, George Lamond, TKA, the Cover Girls, Expose, Stevie D, just to name a few. All of these artists had crossover appeal and crossover hits.
Freestyle's impact could be heard around the country as it spread to Miami, Los Angeles, and Chicago, but it was felt around the globe. Artists were emerging from Europe, Australia, and Asia. Nothing will prove the crossover appeal of freestyle as the remix to 1987's hit In Love With Love by Debbie Harry of Blondie. Just as she did with hip-hop in 1980 with the Blondie hit Rapture, she opened up the genre to a whole new audience and in turn a new market for freestyle artists.
As with any genre that becomes so hot so quickly, just as disco did before it, it died hard. As its popularity waned, it gave way to house music and mainstream hip-hop. The good thing is that it has had a resurgence as of late, with radio stations actually dedicating time slots to freestyle. Internet radio stations, internet video channels all make freestyle accessible to new listeners. In 2006, Madison Square Garden sold out when a concert showcasing freestyle's greatest artists was announced. And these new artists today are following that same formula or collaborating with current freestyle artists to effectively keep freestyle alive.